Roblox's problem is not rules or regulation, it's the enforcement of these rules that they have on their platform. If you look at it just basically, they are doing everything correct in the wording, what they have on documentation. And if you just go to the site and see all the age gates and rules that they have, it's pretty top notch. The problem is when you get into reality, once we get into the weeds, once we start seeing what's really in the thicket, we're noticing some discrepancies between what Roblox is saying and what is reality. And when that happens, you open yourself up to, well, lawsuits. You open up yourself to people criticizing you and saying you're just not what you say you're doing because, in essence, you're lying. It's incompetency. I see these catch a predator, catch a streamer, Roblox guys as a form of piracy, like a gap in the market. You see, there's predators on your site, Roblox. So these guys come in there and try to find them because, quite frankly, you're not doing enough to find these guys. Thus, there's a gap that is being filled. Just like when streaming music came about, LimeWire was really big. Guess what? Now we have Spotify and every other streaming music service under the sun to fill the gap in the market. Maybe people want less predators on the site where a bunch of their kids go to play games that other people create. And they don't want them interacting with freaks. And let me just say, freaks come in all shapes and sizes. There's emotional manipulation freaks. There's people who want to just straight up trick the stupid kids. There is all types of ways that these people can interact with your kid because they just have years of experience on them. It's like a pro gamer playing with some noob. It's like a prime sports athlete playing with this 7-year-old kid at those camps. You know those little camps where they go one on one and they kind of pretend like they playing with Steph against Stephen Curry. But imagine that, but not in front of a crowd, and the guys just keep to outsmart your kid over and over, turning them into slaves of weird kinds, turning them into mules, turning them into, like, it's basically what you'll do to the stupidest person in your criminal organization. This is what these people are trying to do because they want to have people who are brainless to them. Because to find someone so brainless that someone on Roblox trying to do this can outsmart them, they will have to literally turn to actual kids. It's sickening. If this made you uncomfortable in any way, because it has, this type of subject is not in my channel's wheelhouse. I like talking about things that are happy and fun and AI. The problem is when you start looking at how big Roblox is and how significant it is to an entire generation of children and the new generation coming up into the workplace right now, it is super significant that this site is run like a business because with a parasite like this, a germ like this that keeps growing and growing and growing, it will eventually turn into full blown cancer. It will turn into something that your site will be synonymous with. Actually, Roblox may already start to get synonymous with this over time because if people keep pushing this on the internet, it's only a matter of time before some guy in the mainstream or some person with too much time on his hands make a full-blown documentary and everyone just sees how trash it is and they put it on Netflix give it a big deal. Maybe it's any other of these streaming content sites that have a bunch of back catalog on at their disposal, a big company, and a tremendous amount of reasons for the destruction of Roblox because it is a huge company with millions of users and people want that space for themselves. And let's face it, when something is expired, something else will replace it over time. That is the nature of internet business. Now, the only reason this hasn't happened to YouTube or Google or anything like that because they are omnipresent. But the more time you spend dealing with this stuff, bad press, bad anything really, that can get enough headway for people to sue you in real life, a whole state and content creators seeing you as the ultimate no risk virtue signal to just get out of any type of hole they're in, personally, you are messing up terribly. So Roblox, I hope you get your stuff together, because if you don't, the internet is gonna throw you out themselves.